Defender. Hello and welcome back to the Doctor's Garage. So today I'm getting rid of my old intercooler, my old radiator, and we're going to be fitting some new parts. So as you may or may not have seen in my last video, I ended up smashing the radiator, it ended up leaking, causing loads of trouble. I ended up taking that out and as a result took the intercooler out as well. I thought, while it's open like this, why not clean the area and get some brand new parts? So I called the guys over at Alive Tuning, spoke to Jason, and he sorted me out with a brand new radiator and a brand new Alive intercooler. So in this video, I'm gonna be fitting these parts, seeing what they look like, how they are to fit, and then we're also going for a drive and seeing what a difference just an intercooler makes. This car hasn't been remapped at all yet, so we're just gonna be fitting these upgraded performance parts. So if you're interested in that, stick around for the video. So I haven't opened these parts yet. I'm just going to have a look at them now. So let's get this. This is a matte black Alive Tuning intercooler. It's so much bigger than my old one and obviously much cleaner. My old intercooler actually had the date 2006 on it, which is when it was fitted to my TD5. This looks pretty amazing compared to that. Got the Alive Tuning logo here on the top. Really well put together bit of kit. So let's see how this fits. I don't know how it's going to be a bit tighter than the old one to get in. This is my old intercooler, as you can see, much smaller than the new one. So the Alive one for comparison is so much taller, so much thicker, and just to be honest, a lot better made. This has got all these plastic bits on it and it just looks awful what was originally fitted by Land Rover. So I'd like to say as well, I have no sponsorship at all from Alive Tuning for this. I've bought this completely by myself after doing loads of research on what was the best intercooler for my car. I went on the Alive website and spoke to these guys on the phone. They're really knowledgeable about the product. So this isn't a product endorsement at all. This is something I bought myself because I genuinely think it's probably the best for my TD5. At the radiator, which is going to be a lot cleaner and a lot nicer, I imagine, than my old radiator that I had. So with the radiator as well, I've also got some things for my intercooler here which are actually made by Alive. So these are the Alive Tuning intercooler pipes, which are much better, much newer, and also look a lot better than my old ones. The radiator itself is from Famous 4, which is an independent Land Rover specialist. Alive sourced that for me, but this is not one of their radiators. So I don't think they make radiators, actually just the intercoolers, but this is from Famous 4. So I've just managed to get the intercooler in. The challenge is that you've got to put the little lugs off the intercooler into the upway direction, and then you've got to do the same for the radiator but down, and that's a real challenge to squeeze that in. But because I'm putting radiator and intercooler together, it's actually not been too bad to manage to do that on both sides. So it looks really good, pretty meaty looking compared to before this full black. Well, it's very tight in there now, but yeah, no, looks brilliant. Looks a lot cleaner when I look down here as well. One thing I'm sure you guys are going to comment on is the EGR. I haven't got rid of that yet. I've looked at the blanking plates, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. So I need to look into that and get that sorted, because I think that will make a big difference when it doesn't recirculate the gases. Just to give that more power, there's no point in putting all this gear in without doing an EGR delete. So I need to get that sorted. Any advice on that again? Drop it in the comments below. So it is just about midnight here. I have been working this evening getting this sorted, getting it fitted. It's now all in place and we've got all the hosing on too. So I've got the Alive Tuning hosing right from here right through to the turbo, and then on this side as well to the intercooler. All the radiator piping is now back on. I've changed it to new Jubilee clips on here just to make it a bit neater. So next job is to refill the coolant, run the radiator through and make sure it's all working okay, and then to give it a drive and see what it drives like. Right guys, so today is the day I have finally fixed the intercooler and the radiator back on my Defender. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't the quickest job for me to do. It took quite a while, mainly because I was trying to repair the old bolts that I had cut off, and some of them were right under the radiator, so I had to get them fixed first before I could then fit everything else in. I ended up putting the radiator and the intercooler in first, had to take it back out, which was an absolute nightmare because it all got stuck in the different bits. But finally, we're there, and I've put the new intercooler hoses on. I had some new clips for the radiator hoses too, some new Jubilee clips, as you've probably seen in the previous video when I was working on it the other night. So I'm back in the car now. This is the first time I would have driven the car. I've literally just got it out of the drive and put it on the side of the road. So I'm waiting to go out and give it its first run, see if the intercooler has made any difference, because the reason I was going to get this intercooler originally was because I was thinking about getting it remapped at some point. But because I ended up breaking the radiator and having to replace it, I thought, why not put an intercooler in now, in preparation for when that happens, instead of putting the old one back in. So let's go and have a look what this drives like now we have the new intercooler, see if it has made any difference. I've seen videos on YouTube where people have had a remap and then an intercooler fitted, and they often don't say it makes a huge difference. So I'm interested to see what this is like today and how it goes. The other thing I had to do, which I've never done before, but actually wasn't too bad, was to refill the coolant and refill the radiator. So I just put some in, ran it for a little bit, let it cool down, opened the bleed valves, took the air out of it. Wasn't actually too bad of a job after I just Googled some stuff online and looked on YouTube. So yeah, managed to put the car back together, which is quite a miracle in general, because I've never done it before. So let's go take it for a test drive. Let's see the difference that it makes, and whether it was worth doing now, or whether you're going to need a remap to get any difference or power out of it. I'm thinking it will make a difference, because the old intercooler and radiator for that matter was so clogged up with stuff. They're rusted, some of the little fins in between were all broken. So I think for me, it's got to make a difference. It also looks way better, which I'll show you when we pull over after we've been for a drive. I haven't got my grille on the front yet, so I'm not going to go too fast in case it pings up off the road. But yeah, it just looks much nicer, all black in the front grille. So let's go for a drive and let's see how it goes. So the car starts, which is a big bonus for me, because there was a time in the last few days when I've wondered whether that would even happen. And I've also had times when I thought, should I just put it on a trailer and take it to Alive and get them to do it? But anyway, I persevered, and now we're here and it's running. So let's go for a quick drive and let's see the difference it makes. So I'm just going to wait for things to warm up a little bit, just go for a bit of a drive first before putting my foot down really. So we're a bit more warmed up now, haven't put my foot down yet, just taking it easy. I hope you can hear me with the noise in the Defender here. So let's see if we drop it down to third here. To be fair, that's made quite a difference actually. When that turbo kicks in, you hear it more, and that's quite quick. I mean, this is, how I say, it's had no remap done to it at all, but already it feels like it's definitely just a bit, how to describe it, it's a bit fresher on the foot. So it's like it does feel like, I know it's stupid because I know this is the case, but it feels like it can breathe a bit better. So it feels like it's definitely sucking in more air, and as a result it's just a bit faster accelerating actually when the turbo comes in. When the turbo is not in, like now when I'm just driving around, I don't really notice any difference at all, but definitely when I put my foot down. So if I go into third now and try again, if this is normal, then and you actually hear the turbo as well, the whoosh from the turbo as you take your foot off the accelerator. That has made a big difference. I'm impressed, and I'm impressed, to be honest, that it's still stayed together and nothing's flown off yet, or it's broken, and the engine temperature's staying steady. So obviously the coolant situation went well. That's pretty amazing actually. I'm surprised how much of a difference it makes, because no one ever says about just replacing your intercooler. It's always in, with a remap as well. But actually this 14-year-old intercooler obviously wasn't working as well as I thought it was working. And obviously this is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger and a lot beefier than the Alive one. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this. It does feel like a completely different car when you get your foot down. It feels like it's definitely had something done to it. Let me show you guys from the outside what this looks like now. It's completely finished, well, apart from the grille. I quite like it like this, to be honest. I don't really want to put the KBX grille back on, so I might get a different type of grille on the front. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about a different grille for this. Any suggestions of what still keeps it looking quite mean like it does now, so maybe just like a mesh grille or something. Let me know if you've got any suggestions in the comments below for what might look good on this car instead of the KBX one. Also, I don't know if I mentioned already in some of the other videos, but painted these as well to give them that kind of finish. While I'm here, it's always a good opportunity to just show you around my Defender. For those that are new to the channel, take a look at some of the things that we've done to it so far. So gloss black arches, gloss black roof, the window tints I've recently done, which look amazing when it's sunny like this. Sorted out all this rear end, got it all looking like new again. Badging, lights, all that lot. Yeah, absolutely love this thing now. It's really coming together, and now with a few performance parts like the intercooler, it actually drives much better too. As always, anything I mentioned is available in my links below on this video or other videos that I've put up. If you're interested in parts, just drop me a message and I'll let you know what I've put on my car. And yeah, there it is. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and coming along on the journey with me from trying to fit a steering guard, smashing my own radiator with a bolt, replacing the radiator and all the mess that came with that, and then fitting a new intercooler from the guys over at Alive Tuning. It's been a real adventure to get to this point, but I'm quite pleased with myself because I've never, like I say, taken a car apart before. This is the first time I've really worked on the Defender mechanically, and it's running and it works, so we're quite excited about that. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, let me know in the comments below where we're going next with this. What's the next project we're doing? It's probably going to have to be a remap, isn't it? But I think, let me know if you've got anything else you suggest for this car, because it's pretty standard. And if you like Defenders, a Discovery as well, I've got a Discovery 5 and I've done some videos on that. Go check out my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.